I'm going to talk about Marxism in this video again, but specifically the concept of alienation. Alienation comes up a lot in the history of ideas, but in the Marxist context, it's referring to not only the estrangement from society in the sense that the modern world presents us multiple ideologies, a plurality of ideologies and customs, and that plurality renders the singular ideology invalid. There is that sort of psychological estrangement that we have from a sense of membership in society. But there is also, and much more importantly, a sense of alienation that derives from the marketplace. So when we buy something as a consumer or just any sort of transaction, there's a lot that's hidden from us. Like, our smartphones are made with gold that's mined in these terrible conditions, and we don't have to really think much about any of this as we go about our lives as consumers. It happens behind our back. We operate blindly. This is a form of alienation. We can imagine a pre-modern society where the roles in which we provide things for each other are much more clearly laid out. Like, you have different trades, they're all in somewhat close proximity, and that proximity reinforces a sense of membership in society. So the absence of that creates a sense of alienation. So we can intuitively see some issues with this already. We lose a sense of accountability with the people that are affected by the transactions that we make. Just as we commission the exploitation of labor by buying any sort of product that requires someone else, somewhere out of sight, out of mind, to be exploited. Marx would refer to this issue as sort of a social relations between objects, products that are bought and sold, and material relations between people that are sort of mediated by money. And there's some very valid points to this. If you think of this whole subprime mortgage crisis, you had a disconnection between the bank that would lend a loan to a prospective homeowner and ultimately the institution that owned those assets once they were sold off, sort of out of sight, out of mind. With science, too, we enter on an objective realm where we do our best to analyze with rationality and describe the world in a way that is translatable to anyone. When we enter the marketplace, we enter the objective realm of exchange value. Money is an abstract concept, and the abstraction of money is precisely what is alienating us from the social relations that are simply determined by a natural cooperation with people, the kind of relations that we have with our family. So, alienation, despite the fact that it has these sort of side effects, let's just say, is precisely what provides us the benefits of the modern world. It makes everything more efficient. It's why there's less poverty. We have access to credit from different parts of the world. We could trade in different parts of the world because all parties involved act on a level of consent, and they understand that there is a exchange value commensurate with whatever product that is being bought or sold. And so by entering this universal plane, we alienate ourselves. And yet it is why the modern world is so much better than the pre-modern world.